on this play. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw first play with Penix. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Penix. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
On the ground is Jalen Warren. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He's dropped for the loss of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
3rd and 5.
70 Lions!
Throwing is Howard. That is caught at the 3. And he is out of bounds. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning.
Oh, a loose football. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery. Oh, those hurt so much. Knocking on the door, getting down inside the 5. It's a fumble there. Greg, it never feels good to fumble, but in that spot on the field, that stings.
Yeah, it's just a brutal way to end this drive, but you got to give credit to defense. The philosophy of red zone defense.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. They're going to go play action with Howard. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6. Jalen Walker getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 3rd and goal, here's Howard. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Oswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Robinson. They'll try to run a reverse. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On first down, right back to Robinson. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Here's a third down and 4. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Falcon first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Okay, ready?
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
70 range.
To throw is Penix. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
19, Tiger. 70, track 60, Cowboy 80.
We're going to go play action with Penix. He's got his big tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcon. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons move out to a 7-3 lead.
Steelers 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Howard. He's going to air this one out. He got it, and he's got it. What an effort. What a catch. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. Pick up of 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Falcons with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. 2nd down, they need 7. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown Atlanta. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons extend their advantage to 14-3.
Steelers 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. From the gun, it's Howard. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryerman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it will wind up being a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width. Not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Go! Viking 18!
Howard now to throw it here on second down. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He's got it! And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 37 yards. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
Pat the 60! Pat the 60! Go!
Johnson. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
2 minutes remaining here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal.
Come on, set! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! Steady!
Out of the gun, it's Howard. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Howard. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Alvin Austin. Touchdown Steelers. His 4th TD grab of the season. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. It's returnable from the 4. And how about this? Here comes the reverse. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback.
Okay, so just out those 10.
And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing
If I had this,
I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
I think
On first down, they'll stay with Algier on the ground. And he'll be brought down.
I'll just tell you now. If I had, to be honest with you, Dame Dash started for we always say.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. When you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. So you can generate big plays on the ground. It makes everything so much more difficult for you.
Like that, or actually get them balls that like they don't. Been saying that you just recently stopped saying no homo because of this show. Got it, yeah. So now it's false. Yeah.
That'll be caught.
That's what you think that's the you always say.
Take this down inside 35. Pick up there of 13. It's good for a Falcon first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down at 9.
From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Off the play fake, here's how. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Now, timeout signal form, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Forced to his right. He's going to run it. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are back within a point. It's 14-13. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins.
Okay, great. Let's go now.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They run with one. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. From the 43, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Rocco, 80, go.
Howard. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Set. 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions.
Here's Howard. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Johnson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
I should probably sign ahead, boy, because I got 60 Bison. Come 19.
To the air, Howard. That one, take it in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Penix. To the right. That's Pitts. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Penix on 3rd down. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Again, it's Penix. Left side in the hands of the London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. We had a chance to talk with the defensive coordinator. He said they stressed all week to their pass rush. Flush the quarterback to his right. As a lefty, it's not the natural side most guys want to go, but in this case, he gets away with it. That's something they're going to want him to do the rest of this game.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw again, it's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. And Penix. This one complete to Washington. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's the lefty, Penix. That's the tight end, Pitts. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play.
Second and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Here's second and 2. Throwing again, it's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. Here is a big one. Third down and 2.
And it brings up third down.
Penix going to throw again. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he will score. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him and now bump the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. It's Warren to start the drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Asante Samuel on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 5.
Tag! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check out.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Play action. It's Howard. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
On second down, Howard. He's going to look downfield once again. And the Falcons are going to have it at their own 32-yard line. Try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 4. Go again here with Algier. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's a screen taken in by Algier. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. Give him 18 yards on that one and a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. One of the Steelers has it. Into space. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the 2-point conversion.
Mike, on the list of worst possible outcomes for this drive, that is certainly at the top. With this much time left, all you're looking to do is, 1, maintain possession of the ball, and number 2, run off as much clock as possible. Then disaster strikes. Not only do you turn the ball over, you let them take it back for 6, and now you find yourself coming back onto the field here in a minute, trailing with very little time left.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Rainback looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Towels waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Falcons, first down. It's a gain of 10.
From the gun, it's Penix. To the outside, catch made by London. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2nd and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Throwing is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
And the Falcons first down.
They'll run with Robinson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Now, 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call. We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal. Algier going to try to bust his way in. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howard. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Howard now to throw it here on 2nd down. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Brings up 3rd down.
Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. We'll talk things over before third down. They're going to go play action with Howard. He's going to try it here again. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out. And we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed one possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This taken at the 5. Here comes a reverse. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the run, here's Carter. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
3rd and 2. Here we go. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Falcon first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready up!
Here's Carter. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run here. It's Carter. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They'll work the middle here with Algier. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, Penix. Caught left side by Pitts. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
These hit traps, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost on the play, and it's going to bring up fourth down. What a hit. They'll try and throw it with Penix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go, go.
Here's a toss left side for Robinson. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Let's go.
First and goal.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. One more time, it's Robinson. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles, and we've got a timeout. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. Hey, check that. Street. 70 Rangers.
On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons.
The kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. Now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. Pat the 60. Hut.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Going for it all. And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. Picked off by Xavier Watts. Big return at the end. He's going to get out of bounds close to midfield. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. What a finish.
I was playing shows on outside of Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know, yeah, is that your man? Yeah, cause if it isn't, yeah, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. She said, I have a proposition. Every they want to take me home tonight. I said, what's that? And she said, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. So I sung how I wore when it came hard to breathe. Hit the focus to make sure I hit the notes. And there's palm and I won't blame you if you can't believe. But she began to glow. That's your man, hey, cause if it isn't, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. Now she say I'm a magician. And if you're ready, they want to take me home tonight, it's quite alright. Yeah, she say, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. I'm in love, girl, is it obvious? I'm just trying to figure you out. I want all of you if I'm honest. I'm just trying to figure you out. You're all I need to know. You're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need to know.
chance.